Welcome to the 8th oldest stadium in the country, Vaught Hemingway in Oxford, Mississippi, home of the Ole Miss Rebels, where the fans never lose a tailgate and don't plan on losing the game today. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Buckeyes will put toe to leather to crank us up. Out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Ole Miss offense is on the field for the first time today. And there's a man who believes he is always open. He carries that swag and that aura of a big-time playmaker, guys.
He's got to catch the football. If you're the quarterback coming into this one, you are looking for this guy early, and David, you're looking for him often.
And this offense better find ways to feature him. Find him, like you said, Jesse, early, often, deep, shallow. Get this man the football.
He's going to go for a big one. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
After the incompletion, looking at second down. Back to throw, it's Fowler. Moves around to clear up the vision. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. The Rebels racing to the line in a hurry-up. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And here comes the punt team. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Buckeyes offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to...
And he breaks into the open. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. You got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. They want to get this defense on its heels. Leaves it with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Fowler. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. Whoa, that linebacker sacked that quarterback, and he was on him quicker than a hiccup.
Yeah, and you see quarterbacks back there pointing and telling the offensive line who to block, and, well, it didn't work, okay? He was not prepared for that. He comes scot-free, and the quarterback pays the consequences for that one.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Give to the running back. Nifty little juke, and he's out to the 37 before he stopped it.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
Well, you see a great individual effort there that time, and you can see the skills this guy has, and he just reminds me sometimes of the great Ohio State backs we've seen in the past, right? You think of Archie Griffin and his...
Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a first and goal. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. They'll run it on first and goal. Not much room. He gets one down to the 7. Defense rolls up, keeping its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Touch pass on the run. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown in the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Quick strike complete. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. And the Rebels want to crank the tempo. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, it's Fowler. Zings it complete to the right. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Going to try to get it himself. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. The Rebels are on the move.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
And the Rebels will call on their punt team. excellent coverage that time didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on 4th down. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down. The Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. He wants to throw. The timing was just off with the freshman pass well behind him. Well, still on the 34 after the incompletion. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd and 10. Gets it out quickly.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block you guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Starting to feel a little pressure. He'll pull it down. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll give it to the back. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the 1st. An array of possibilities here. A defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. And the Buckeyes are stopped, but not before getting the 1st down. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Quarterback will audible. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. That's caught. It's Johnson. At the 20, he's got space. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now 1st and goal.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. They're bringing heat. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
Yeah, in this part of the field, man, those windows shrink, and it's hard as a quarterback sometimes to really force yourself to throw the football. You're sitting in a good spot in 2nd and goal. Just throw that thing away. Don't take the sack and put you in a bad.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Ohio State, 21, Ole Miss.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Looking to throw, it's Fowler. Dances away from the heat. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. The Rebels headed quickly to the line.
Second down.
Wants to throw on second down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And maybe this guy was hoping somebody would bail him out, like a tuck rule or something.
Not going to be so lucky this time around. Give the defense credit. This pass rush is serious. It's real. And this quarterback is now going to have to play with a clock in his head that's going off just a little bit quicker. He's got to do a better job understanding when to get ready.
Looking to throw on second down. He'll take a shot. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. Taking it the other way. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Really tough on an offense. Third and long, it's tough to, you know you're passing the football. They know you're passing the football. I'm going to rush the passer. I'm going to drop back deep, make you throw the ball underneath. But, you know, quarterbacks also want to force that football and try to get that first down. He does there, and that's why he creates the turnover.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Looking to throw, it's Fowler. He's going to run it. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they missed an opportunity for a nice play on first down. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, tough to beat the pageantry and tradition there today in Oxford.
And the Rebels will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky. If it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football.
Second down coming up. Quarterback checking the play. He wants to throw here on second down. Quickly out to the tight end. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give out of the gun. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
The run from the shotgun. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Using his legs, it's Westbrook. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into...
Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the stomping has commenced. A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we could go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
The offense has it now at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And this has been the story of the night. The offensive line getting beat up. And this is why this team is losing. You got to protect your quarterback. This defense has had a field day with their 5th sack of the game.
Caught near the sideline, it's Hill. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. And here's a fumble way behind the line. How about that alert play from the defense to correct? And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
Pocket starts to collapse. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Couldn't make the connection on 1st down. Now here on 2nd. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Give him 88 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. They'll try to get it through the air. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a 1st down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He's looking to throw it. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Fires to the end zone. And that ball is picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it, and you could tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Trying to find his man on first down. He's got him in the flat. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but, man, he's got to do a little more damage after the...
And they got him for the sack.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great, but they got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this second half.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. The Rebels will punt it away on fourth down. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They bring the punter onto the field now. He's getting plenty of work. Fourth time we've seen this guy punt it today. He's got great speed. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And, boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a Cardinals sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. Looking for space. It's Westbrook. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's looking for an open man on second down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage.
A shot toward the end zone, and it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Looking to move it through the air. Can't make the catch. It's incomplete, and that drop might have cost them a big play on first down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Fires to the wideout. And it's a fumble after that huge gain. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. And the Rebels getting set on 1st and 10. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. They'll throw it on first down. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. They keep attacking through the air. Firing to the right, complete. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air. It's Fowler. Unloads to the right. A strike downfield. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game. But trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on first down in goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. Makes the grab. Oh, and he thought he might be able to wiggle his way into the end zone, but they knock him down at the 3.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide.
He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rebel.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. A 3rd and long coming up here. Wide receiver shows motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down.
How about that? You don't see those, touch passes go for negative yards very often. Usually this is a short flick that counts as a completion that goes a long way, but the defense aggressive. Saw it, pulled the trigger, came outside, made sure he didn't get outside and get to that edge. Nice job by the defense.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going. You're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're